Oh, what the hey. We'll come back for one last episode. Welcome aboard. I'm Callie Jack, the gaming persona here for the Dieford Rex channel, and this is How Not to Game with Callie Jack. I'd like to thank everybody for watching. This is the Devil's Towers Fixit 1969 game in the Semi Transitions, episode 71. Hope anybody who's watching is enjoying them. And we're going to get going. Right now, it's kind of sad. My SD40s are my speed holders. Most guys would have high speed trains doing high speed runs. I've got some that should be doing better than that. I don't know whether it's routing or whether it's that there's other trains on the line that are slower than them for sections that keep them from getting those speed runs. I need to investigate that. Looking at our finances, because we are coming up on the end of the year, slightly down, $200,000 down. I've got like 7 minutes left to go. I don't dare try to take and get just the seven. I've been pulling off perfect sevens on the hit the pause, unpause click, but there's no way I'm going to get that. I guarantee it. Matter of fact, I'll prove it. Oh my goodness. It didn't click over the December. So it's 100 hours. 1 minute more and it goes to it. So we wound up at 1,007,362.77 for the op profit. After my new vehicles and constructions, I did wind up with a 747 to the bank. We're now up to 50 grand in the bank account. And if I remember right, it's like 60 or 70 grand is the target money. I really should have wrote that stuff down on the cue card. Next time I have a goal that we're going to beat something, we're going to write down some of what we need to beat. The system's still pretty chaotic. It is nowhere near the streamlining that you would get, especially out here in this region here. I think that down the road we're going to have to see about streamlines, and we may even have to see about some other things. I am considering doing a dig under here and a cross piece over here for my one train. I'd have to do a dig around, or I could just do a loop around. I think a loop around would be better. It would also let me eliminate sidings on that. That might be interesting to do. Well, looking it over, the next thing to do is to consider moving Deadsworth's stop in over and making it part of Deadsworth's smelting yard. It's a possibility that I do need to start considering. Also need to expand. I have a glitch. Do you see it? Right here. See that car that's not sitting on a station? That's why that train's not moving. They can't load onto him. Yeah, let's go ahead and unpause and see if that fixed his problem. So that's going to get one more train moving. That's probably the glitch that bit me, because if I remember right, it was at the beginning of 85 we upgraded that train. I'm not certain, or at the end of 84. So, end of 84, I think. Looking pretty good. Not everything's going as fast as I would like, but then again, can't ask for total perfection at all times. These guys are causing a problem. They're overloaded again, and I think it's time to consider well, and then I say that, and just as I finally get one of them to about open up, we wind up getting enough delivery processing done that they can start delivering again. So with them all out delivering, yeah, it would be nice to have more space here, but there's just not. And I don't really know of any way to really open that up without causing back more problems. So we're looking at we have had some pretty good runs set up here. Everything's pretty much set now. I think the main problem is our lines that we didn't count on having. Yeah, that should have been my 140 train right there, and it is time to start thinking about a change. We're going to move your signal back one. We're going to lay a temporary line here. Build out the hillside a little bit right along here, and then we'll smooth this section right here once we're done. Okay. So this is what's going to keep us going. In the interim, while we build, go ahead. You've already reserved it. You won't let me destroy it. Okay, now you're clear and you're no longer reserving it or requesting it. Ah, there we go. I'll go down and dump it into there. And we're going to do a different change here. That. Where do you think you're going? See, this is where it gets. Yeah, it's time to take away some of these guys. My engineers are starting to get creative because it's overwhelmed the system here a little bit. They're not technically supposed to be getting this creative. Actually, nope, that didn't need to stay. What am I doing? Yeah, like that. Now I gotta do some changes to my routings. Grab my remove tools. There we go. Move that signal. And now everything should just sail right along. We should start seeing some improved service. Let's do our little continue service trick while we build a bridge here, and I'm going to allow for down the road. This might not be a double line ever. I'm not going to allow it to be, so we're just going to say hi. You'll find your way. But I'm thinking I'm going to make a bus. There we go. And grab the old road. Here we go. They're not going to like me on the buses for this time, but oh well. They'll have it on the return trip that they've got the faster routing. Maybe if they picked up on it. We'll see. Let's see. Does he go straight? Yes. He picked up on the bridge. There we go. With the bridge, we can now eliminate the detour road here, which I don't mind destroying this one because, frankly, that's on a high-speed passenger line. And I'm trying to keep those guys flowing fast and furious. Now, I am going to do something here. Before you ask, what stupid thing is Dave doing now? Dave is starting his work on something rather crucial here, and that is I'm going to detach this guy and leave just this as my connector for a dispatch line. Don't even need it. I've got a dispatch line over there, so goof it. He can dispatch there, so he's good to go. We are eliminating this by doing a dig down and then a tunnel underneath so that we separate that high speed line from the low speed crossing, from a grade crossing, and that hopefully will give us a better setup. and it'll take out an up and a down that he really shouldn't have been doing with a full load. So let's take and do this. I'm still going to have to disrupt his service. I'm waiting to see if he dispatches. 62, he's not going to before I'm done. Okay, good. Let's do this fast. Blow out those two. Dig, dig, dig. Blow those two. Whoops. Dig you. Grab the higher speed rail because he is a higher speed train. Oops. Shove that tunnel through there. And because we do not trust the connections where there's a twist at the other side, there we go. Hey, 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 hey. Yes, it connected in. There we go. Now, do some landscape work here. And then we can take that guy out, I said, because we don't need him for dispatch line anymore. There we go. Looks a lot nicer. Got another spot here we can do a little bit of cleanup work on. For down the road. Oh, that's why I was leaving it sharp. Ah, so we knew we could, in case we ever had to take and do a double line in. All right. Hopefully that will let us take back control with our fastest train. And we can start looking over things. I'm going to take out that and consider a few options. Most of our trains are rolling, it does appear. I've got a few that are not, but that's just because, like, waiting for probably just enough paper. Yeah, no, he needs a lot of paper. Probably needs a load of ink, too. Unfortunately, it doesn't tell me what is not being delivered. Well, it does and it doesn't. So yeah, the Seneca's overloaded, so it doesn't tell me if they're sitting on a bunch here or what. Yeah, he's got ink and paper and storage, so it's just production run time, and we may need to upgrade our buses, get more people over here. We definitely need to figure a way to bring power into Baden Books. Baden Books gets how much from power? Production boost. Oops. Can get a 50%. Oh, yes. We need to figure out a way to bring power into Baden Book. All right. Yeah. I'm going to say that these two roads need to go bye-bye. You can do this. No, you can't even do that. Because we need to get you power. All right, where's the nearest spot that's using power? Up here. And that'll let let's get power to the Malafield oil well here. This guy here. Which oil well is that? Oh, that's one of the ones that doesn't have a name. We'll have to fix that down the road. Next time round on How Not to Game. Hey. There we go. Production boost. Now let's see if I can connect this guy up. There we go. Power into Baden Bucks. So, this has been episode 71. I'm Callie Jack. Have a better day than I'm having. As you can tell, I'm getting loopy. So, this is it for today. Hope to be back to a better gaming schedule. I'm going to try to get at least a couple of games up every day from now on. May not try to do these 6 to 10s that I was doing. That might be a burnout factor, but I think actually it was more my allergies. Have a great day.